Hey there, Sean. It's your friend Jim Cundiff from Detroit, sitting here in my office and just reflecting this afternoon on what an amazing experience I've had the last 2 years since you've come into my life. I reflect back on prior to coaching with you and working with you and attending your workshops. Boy, the growth has been just tremendous. I look back from 2005 when I went through some pretty nasty stuff in my personal life as well as in my business, and on the verge of ready just to throw in the towel and give up. And I basically was invited to your event, Stop the Sabotage, here in Detroit, and I invested the time and the money because I was at a point in my business, as you well know, where it was this was going to be it, or I was going to quit because I couldn't go through any more of the stuff that I was going through at the time. And thank God I made that decision to come into your space and take the leap of faith and to learn. And you truly found in me the things that needed to be fixed so that I could move forward and move on in my business. Not only in my business, but in my personal life, in the people that are in my life. I could be a better partner, I could be a better coach, I could be a better uncle, brother. The list just goes on and on. And through this journey, the growth has been tremendous. I came back from your first workshop and really went to work on fixing me, and then attended an extended workshop, your 3-day workshop. And from that point, I was able to come home and institute some of the fun things that you had taught me. How to bring fun and enjoyment back into the business and not allow what other people think and say affect me, because as you had taught me, what other people say and what other people think is really none of my business. And once I was able to achieve that obstacle and overcome it, things began to happen in my business as well as in my personal life. So with that being said, I move forward, and the growth each year has been twofold. After attending the first workshop, I came home and doubled my unit size. The second year, we tripled our unit size and started achieving bigger goals. Unit clubs, triple stars, offspring directors, the list goes on and on. But a lot of people kept asking me, why do you continue to go back to Sean and listen to his messages and go to his trainings? But the best thing I can say is that we go for a physical every single year. Why would we not want to go and get a physical from the neck up? Get things fine-tuned, because we can fall back into old habits. And so I have stayed with you for 2 years. Mary Kay has blessed me with an income that I could go and coach with pretty much anybody out there. But what I have found is, if you're on a winning horse, don't get off. And so I will continue to coach with you because you have grown as a coach through your years and experience with the leaders that you have learned from. You've been able to pass that information not only on to me, I've been able to pass that on to my unit members, and you've made me a better person. This year was a pivotal year, not only for me personally, but for my unit. My unit achieved their best year ever, achieving the $400,000 Circle of Excellence. We also achieved the triple star, which meant I finished the Court of Sharing and the Court of Sales, ranking #1 in the Sapphire Sales Development Division as the King of Sales. And as you can see behind me, I proudly represent Mary Kay, Sapphire Go Give, with the crown. There's one for Go Give Awards Night, which you'll see in blue, and then there is the second crown, which was awarded to me on the national stage on awards night this seminar year. I sit those on the shelf with pride because those represent not only the hard work, but it also represents the work that you have helped me achieve by keeping me focused and allowing me to grow with you on this amazing journey. So this year, I chose to take cash instead of all of the bling that most of the ladies like to take in Mary Kay, so that I could enrich my life and enrich my family's life. But the one thing I chose to not take cash for was the queen bee, and in my case, the king bee. and that B represents being number one. So I'm going to name that B Sean Smith. And why? Because without your leadership, the B would not be sitting on my shoulder. So every time I look at it, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for believing in me when I did not have the belief in myself, for kicking me when I needed the kick, and for pulling me up when I needed to be lifted. And to this day, I not only call you my friend, my coach, my mentor, but you are a superior human being. And you have a heart as big as the universe, and you have done more for others, because I've witnessed it, than you will ever probably reap while on this earth. But I do know that it will come back to you tenfold. So with that being said, I was informed very recently that you'll be hosting a 5-day workshop in Southern California. And, you know, that is a distance with me being here in Detroit, and it's an expense. And I have made the decision to invest the money and the time to be in your space for those 5 days. Even though I feel I've learned a lot, there's a lot more to learn. And I know that I will learn skills from you that you did not have prior. And those skills will only make me a better leader and a better national when that day arrives. Also, the most amazing part is that the group that will be in this workshop will be top. And that's what's important, is being with those that are making things happen. So I just wanted to let you know how much I appreciate you, I thank you, and look so forward to spending 5 days in your space, because I know when I come home, I will be able to do what's needed to be the best leader I can be and to wrap up our national area. Thanks for everything, Sean. You're the best.